84 men a week take their own life. 75% of all suicides are male. Men are less likely to seek help for their mental health. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and if you're a new or returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If this is your first time coming on my channel or you just came across this video, I hope you stick around and I hope you enjoy what you see. Today I want to talk to us about men's mental health. All right, we don't talk about these things as much. We talk about mental health anyway. If you follow this channel, you would see that we talk about mental health a lot. However, in our society, in the world, we don't talk about men's mental health as much as we talk about general mental health, teens mental health, women's mental health, all of those things. But we don't talk about men's mental health as much as we should. So today I decided, you know what, since International Father's Day is usually the third Sunday of June every year, and tomorrow is Sunday, I decided to have this conversation or talk to you guys about these things. So what exactly is men's mental health, right? It's the same thing. It's just mental health, but in relation to a man. How is depression? How does it show up in men? What is depression in men? What is anxiety in men? What is schizophrenia in men? What these mental health related issues, how do they show up in men in our community, in your father, in your brother, in your partner? How exactly do they show up? But before I get into today's topic, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I would most likely answer them in the next video. If you have contributions about men's mental health, please leave them also in the comment section. Now, moving on into men's mental health. As a therapist, I've seen more women in my private practice in therapy compared to men. However, I still have a significant number of men coming into therapy, but you cannot compare the ratio or whatever it's called. You can't compare it. With a lot more women are more likely to seek help for their mental well-being or their mental health. So one of the major reasons I've realized that men do not seek help for their mental health, based on the little research that I've carried out with both friends, families, men who eventually show up in therapy or generally anybody out there, is a societal pressure. So men have accepted and internalized the social role of being the man. Now, why am I making air quotes about this? Somehow in our society we have, associated being a man with hardness, not speaking up, not being in touch with your emotions, not speaking up about whatever you're going through. You're supposed to man up. You're supposed to be the man. You're a man. Come on, men don't cry. Come on, men don't do this. Men don't do that, right? But unfortunately, men have internalized this so much that it's become so difficult for them to eventually seek help when they actually need it or when they are in, a certain situation. That internalization of I'm a man, I'm supposed to man up, I'm not supposed to be soft, I'm not supposed to, show emotions, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do that. Those are some of the things that are destroying the men in our community. So let's take a look at depression in men. So while there is no depression for men, depression for women, the symptoms, however, kind of vary a little bit. For men, depression could show up as irritability, loss of control, aggression, sudden burst of anger, things like that. And also men tend to use drugs, alcohol as a coping skill rather than actually seeking proper mental health care. All right, and these are all issues simply because they are not able to speak up about the issues that they are going through. They are not able to speak up about the problems without being labeled weak, without being labeled you're not man enough, without being labeled all sorts of things. Toxic masculinity has become a big issue in our community, for being honest. It's become a real issue. Some of the causes for men's mental health related issues include traumatic events. The same way every other person experiences, one traumatic event or the other, men are not excluded. You are a man does not exclude you from, experiencing things like sexual assault or whatever the case may be. Other causes include employment issues, social isolation, alcohol and drug intake or drug use, physical illness, genetics. Genetics also play a huge role in mental health related issues. So research has it that there are some mental health related problems or mental health challenges that can be passed on from parents to children. So it doesn't exclude men either. All right. So those are just a few of the causes or things that could lead to men's mental health problems. And we have this conversation with men around us, what can we do to have more conversations around this, promote men's mental wellness and things like that. First of all, you watching this video, you need to be a safe space for the men in your life. Yes, Yes, I said it. You need to be a safe space for the men in your life. For example, I see it every time on Twitter, some ladies saying, oh, I want a man who is in tune with his emotions. That is in regards to romantic relationships now, for example. I want a man who is in tune with his emotions. I want my partner to, express himself when he's angry, when he's in pain, when he's doing this, when he's that. I want him to talk about it. But the moment they see a man who is actually in tune with his emotions, they jackpot. All right, I see that every time. So yes, make sure that you are a safe space for the men around you. Make sure that your friends are comfortable to talk to you about some of the issues that they go through. Make sure that when they come to you, they don't feel judged. They feel like, okay, you know what, I can genuinely and actually talk to this person, even if they do not have the answers or solutions for me, but they are a listening ear. You can never go wrong with listening. You can do so much harm with talking and talking and talking, but you can never go wrong with listening. So that's one of the things that you can do, be a safe space for the men around you. Secondly, have this conversation regularly with men, with your friends around you. Have this conversation, and I'm going to encourage especially men who have more male friends, have this conversation. It's not every time you're talking about game, football, Arsenal did this, Arsenal did. Yeah, Arsenal has done that. What's the impact on your mental health, and not just in a joking kind of way. Talk about these things. Actually have these conversations with your friends. Guys, check up on your friends. Find out how they're doing, what the problem is, if they're going through anything. Find out what the problem is. Actually be a safe space for people around you. So lastly, but not the least, make sure you have resources for mental health professionals. All right. Some other issues, something else I've noticed is a lot of times people are more likely to seek help from their religious backgrounds, their pastors, their imam, or any of those things. As much as that's not bad, but for your mental health needs proper mental health care. It needs a professional. Your mental health needs a professional. All right. I think it's also important that we have the necessary resources when people reach out to us. So a friend of yours is going through a tough time and they finally reach out to you to ask for help. Do you have the necessary mental health resource to offer them? Do you know therapists? Do you know mental health NGOs? Do you know organizations that are offering free therapy, offering support groups for men? Do you know any of these things? Equip yourself with some of these things, and when that friend comes to you, you have enough resources to share to them. Also, a lot of us have a lot of work to do on ourselves. All right, these social roles that we have placed on men, and you're a man, you're not supposed to cry, you're a man, you did this, a man that. We need to learn to bring it down a lot more, like all the way down, bring it down. So dear men, last but not the least today, seek help when you need to. It's okay to seek help. Trust me, there is nothing wrong in seeking help when you need it. Forget what anybody's telling you. You are human first before you are a man. You need to be in touch with your emotions. Let go of the toxic masculinity and just embrace wholesomeness, embrace wellness, seek help, ask. You get the help that you need. Ask the people around you. If somebody is not being a safe space, talk to them about it. Communication is important. But if you do not show those emotions, if you do not ask for help, nobody will know that you are going through this. Forget whatever anybody is telling you about. Oh, you're a man, you are this, you are that. Let all of those go. Focus on yourself. You are the most important part of yourself. Focus on you. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. In this video I spoke about men's mental health, how we can address men's mental health, some of the causes of men's mental health, depression in men, and so many other things. If you did like this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, or leave me in the comment section the reasons why men do not seek help around the men around you. Why do you think they do not seek help? Leave me that in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.